Okay, let's dive in. Budgeting. Just saying it right.
Yeah.
It often brings up this feeling of, well, restriction.
Yeah, like a cage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you're putting yourself in some kind of financial prison full of sacrifices, maybe guilt. Definitely not much fun. It's a really common feeling, I think.
It absolutely is. And, well, that common view is exactly what the source for today's deep dive tackles head on. It's called Budget as Freedom, Not Prison by Joseck Wakwoma.
Author of Building Wealth, right?
That's the one. And this text, it really pushes for a big shift in thinking. It wants to reframe budgeting away from that negative, constrained feeling.
Towards something positive.
Exactly. Towards seeing it as a tool for financial peace and purpose.
Okay, that's the core idea then, a total flip. The source is arguing that a budget isn't really about restricting you at all. It's fundamentally about giving you control. Is that fair? Like telling your money where to go instead of just, wondering where it vanished.
That's a great way to put it. And what's really interesting in the text is this idea that the control isn't just about stopping you from overspending,
Right, not just damage control.
It's more about gaining agency, making conscious choices with your money that line up with what you actually value, what your goals are.
Instead of just reacting when a bill pops up or you see something you want.
Precisely. Moving from reactive to proactive. And the source suggests that that's where the feeling of freedom starts to, well, emerge.
And here's the bit that might surprise people, based on this idea. A good budget, according to this text, isn't about cutting out all the joy.
Quite the opposite, actually.
Really, it's about planning for it.
Yes, deliberately planning for joy, integrating the things you genuinely love right into your financial plan.
So it's not just some vague fun money category.
Not necessarily. The text gives examples like, if travel is important to you, you budget specifically for travel. If you love having a movie date night or trying a nice restaurant.
You plan for that specifically.
You plan for it, yeah. And the source even mentions budgeting for giving, maybe to your church, helping out parents, community stuff. These aren't like afterthoughts.
They become intentional parts of the plan itself. Okay, so it changes the question from, oh no, can I afford this right now, to something more like, how do I make sure my plan includes the things that matter to me? Does the source talk about how that feels different?
It does, yeah. It really emphasizes how much stress that takes away.
Ah, the stress factor.
Right, because when you have a budget that reflects your values, your goals, you're not constantly worrying, oh, should I be spending this? When you do something enjoyable.
Because you already decided it was important.
You know you've accounted for it. The text really makes a strong case that this planning lets you do more of what you value, but without that background anxiety, or that horrible feeling later when you realize you maybe shouldn't have.
Right, avoids the buyer's remorse or the credit card bill shock. And that links straight into that idea of peace of mind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Knowing where things stand, knowing every dollar has a job you assigned it.
Right.
It helps you sleep better. The source seems to really hit that connection.
It really does. Financial clarity leading to, well, mental well-being.
So tying it all together, the big picture the author paints, it loops right back to that main point. A budget isn't a prison.
Not at all. It's framed as a path to financial peace, built with intention, with purpose.
So, for you listening, just sit with that idea for a moment. Budgeting not as a trap, but as freedom. What does that reframing spark for you?
Yeah, and thinking about that, maybe drawing from a prompt in the source itself, if you started seeing your budget as a tool for peace, for purpose, not just restriction, what's one specific thing, one thing that brings you joy or lines up with your values that you'd intentionally include, how might really thinking about it that way, change your whole relationship with